Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. We are in the Royal Enfield section. Check it out, and this is what we're here to look at today. Isn't that a beautiful thing? That's actually one of my favorite colors of the new Royal Enfield Super Meteor. That is the Interstellar Grey, I think they call it. But what I really like about it, I'm going to start with how the bike looks. Of course, I love the way the bike looks. I own one of these, but in black. I think I've got one just like that. But this one, check this out. First off, it's a beautiful cruiser. Just love the overall look of the whole thing. But check it out. Got the gray fender up front, a little bit of gray up here. Got the gray tank, or silver, whatever you want to call it. The blackened out here. This beautiful 3D chromed, just gorgeous, gorgeous emblem. And then coming down here to the side covers, black graphics. The gray back down here. Look at that little chrome piece right there. Isn't that cool? And then jumping back here, it's all black. So you fade from gray to black. Isn't that just beautiful? And just a gorgeous thing in my mind. I would have liked to have had this bike, but fate wasn't kind to me in that way. I think I have a very good looking motorcycle with the black one. I just think this one is absolutely fabulous looking. Gorgeous machine. So what is a Royal Enfield Super Meteor? It is a 648cc air-cooled, oil-cooled, parallel twin, 4-valve per cylinder, single overhead cam with a 6-speed transmission. And I think it's one of the best 6-speed transmissions on the market. The Royal Enfield 650 with that transmission is just, it's a work of art. I've already got about 3,100 miles on my Super Meteor. I got it a couple months ago, and then, you know, weather and all that neat stuff has kept me from riding anymore. But I plan on I'd like to put at least 20, if not 30,000 miles on it this year. Wish me luck. Now that sounds incredible, but I rode about 30,000 miles last year, so should be able to do something like that. But isn't that just a gorgeous machine? So this little hot rod has got a 320 millimeter disc with a dual piston Vibri caliper, an inverted fork. I think these are 43 millimeters. Check out this little fork cover here to protect the fork, and a little brace right there. I think that looks just great. But the inverted fork is just, I love it. And when I ride mine, one of the things I think about it is it does feel like it has a lighter front end. And another neat thing about this, I hope I can show this. Look at that spoked wheel. It's a 10-spoke wheel, but it looks like a 5-spoke. It's got these thick spokes alternating with thin, and I do like the way that looks. Isn't that just neat? Look at that whole thing. Just gorgeous. Here's the oil cooler. This is metal. By the way, everything is metal. You know, everything is, it's just amazing how much tin they put on this thing. You know, the side covers, the fenders, everything. Jumping back here, we've got forward controls on it. I love forward controls. I'm a cruiser guy all the way, so, you know, that's why I bought one of these, actually. I wanted one of these desperately, and I still want one of those desperately. That's an Interceptor. But I chose this because I intend to ride a lot of long miles, and I know how comfortable a cruiser can be. But check this out, you know, this anodized cover, big RE symbol right there. You know, the chrome cover over the fuel injection. Just a gorgeous thing. And then, of course, this beautiful seat. And that's something I really wanted, the nice wide seat. When I started riding my bike, the first 1,000 miles, the boy, kind of a stiff seat. What I learned is you have to scoot forward a little more to get the comfort spot. But there is a lot of room to play, so very good. Jumping back here, twin shocks on the rear, 300 millimeter disc on the back, 300 millimeter with a dual piston Vibri again. Very good brakes on this bike. Early on when they were talking about these coming out, they said, well, it's under brake, didn't have enough brakes. My opinion, has great brakes. I took this through Kansas City both ways at high speed, and the brakes were perfection. And by the way, the bike, the power was good too. Just a gorgeous thing, isn't it? I love the seat. I would like to have a bar in the back of mine, a backrest. Check out this back end. Isn't that just beautiful? The pipes, dual pipes, of course. You know, it doesn't need a tail tidy. It looks like it comes from the factory with a tail tidy. Very classic. It kind of embraces, you know, modern cruiser style with a little bit of classic look. It's not really a classic motorcycle style, but it's, you know, it's got a little bit of, it's got a foot in both worlds. Let's jump back around here to this side. I've got GV bags in the back of mine, and a bike like this should have that, I think, if you want, you know, if you're going to use it for any kind of traveling. But look at this. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing all the way around. Jumping up here. Now, let's start with the levers. The Meteors and the classic 350s and the Hunters all have these kind of a sweeping lever like this. It gets very wide right through here. It's got this radius edge. And I thought that was one of the best levers on the market. What they've done with the Super Meteor is taken that same lever, made it a little longer, and they made it adjustable. You can adjust the throw from here to here. on both the clutch and the brake. Now pair that with these Royal Enfield grips. They're kind of a barrel shape. They mimic the old Amal grips of past, but they work very good with the levers. Jumping up here, flash to pass, low beam, high beam, blinkers. Down here's the horn. Over here's the information button. We'll touch on that here in a minute. Jumping over here, kill switch, run switch, the start button, then the hazard lights right here, fuel of course, and then the brake. Oh, and by the way, show of forks. See that? Isn't that just gorgeous? Right through the whole thing right there. And the mirrors are in a good position. Most bikes that I buy, I have to move the mirrors out. On my Super Meteor, I have not had to do that, and they stay pretty darn clear when riding. Okay, jumping up here. It's got this big Oculus, I call it. It's got the analog speedometer on the outside. You turn it on, and it's got all the little lights down here, oil, neutral, battery light. Oil and battery lights are something I really like on a motorcycle, and this has both. Neutral light, ABS light. But then in the center, there's just about 1.5 inches across LED screen. Up here in the top is the fuel gauge. Over here is a always visible gear indicator. Over here, always visible clock. And then down here is the odometer. Now using this button over here, you can go from odometer to trip A to trip B and back. Kind of a neat system, very simple. You look down, you can see very well. It's positioned well, so when you're riding the bike, you can just tilt down and get a quick look. It's in the right spot. Over here is the trip, day tripper or trip nav or something like that. I've used that with my phone before. It gives you kind of turn by turn, directions. It works pretty well. You have to download the app, but it works pretty well. I'm going to throw this in right quick. First off, look how beautiful that is. And it's just very well done. But this is a metal fuel cap, and when you open it, it stays with the bike. You don't have to worry about losing it. But it's feels good. Very well done on their part again. Like I said, everything on this bike seems to be metal. Very well done. Anodized aluminum. Just everything is. I like it. I like it a lot. Just check that out. What have I done to my bike? My particular bike. I really haven't done much. I added a windscreen, a Royal Enfield windscreen. I did the wider foot pegs, and I added the GV bags on the back. I don't think I've done much else. What else would I like to do to mine? I don't really know. I think if I could get running boards, I'd like that. I have thought about, I want to get a backrest, and I would like to get one that has a little rack on the back, just because I intend to do so much traveling, and I think that would give me more luggage space. I don't think it would help the look that much, but the little luggage rack on the back would give me a little more carrying capacity. It's a truly beautiful machine, isn't it? Just check that out. I did do my own valve adjustment at 600 miles or 300 miles or whatever it was, and we just popped the seat off, the tank off. This came right off. There's 8 valves. Very easy to do. It's one of those lock nut and screwdriver things, very, very simple. And the oil filter was right down here. Just popped right off. Very, very good, very easy maintenance bike. I think something that everybody should know about a Royal Enfield is they come in at a good price. I think this one is $7,200 or $7,300 with a 3-year unlimited mile warranty. The next thing would be there's just loads of accessories for it. Royal Enfield made about close to 1 million bikes last year. There are companies that exist that make parts just for Royal Enfield. And then the other part is the maintenance. These are made to be easy to work on, which means the shop can do it quickly or the owner can do it himself. And that's been my experience with the bike. Absolutely beautiful machine. Check this one out here in the green. Isn't that neat? Just a beautiful, beautiful green. And then that one right there, and we're jumping away, aren't we? Okay, let's stay focused here. Now, if you all are interested in a motorcycle like this, a new or used Royal Enfield Triumph, classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, doodads, t-shirts. Look at all those accessories. Gear, gloves, boots, jackets, a Wahoo shirt like that one right up there. Get yourself over here to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell those guys Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now, if it's a great day out where you're all at, get out there and ride, my friends. Life is good. Wahoo! Hey, a quick addendum to the video here. Just this little hot rod was sold to a fellow from Kansas City. Baxter's does ship these all over the country, and I find that kind of an interesting phenomenon. They ship down to Mississippi and out east and California, and a lot of bikes to Colorado, amazingly. But that one is going to Kansas City today. What a hot rod. Wahoo!